You need to watch this if you struggle with understanding the true impact of natural disasters. Before we dive into the details, let's hear from those who experienced the storm firsthand. These interviews provide a vivid and emotional perspective on Hurricane Beryl's sheer power and the immediate impact it had on the communities in its path. Before the tempest struck, there were subtle signs that something catastrophic was brewing. Let's step back in time and listen to the observations and emotions of residents just hours before Hurricane Beryl made landfall. The sky had this eerie, dark hue. It was almost as if nature was holding its breath. The wind started picking up and there was this unsettling silence. We knew something big was coming, but we had no idea just how devastating it would be. People were boarding up their homes and the streets were deserted. The tension in the air was palpable. It felt like the calm before a storm, literally. These moments of anticipation and dread set the stage for the fury that was about to be unleashed. Let's hear from the experts who tracked Beryl's every move in those crucial hours. We were monitoring the storm closely, and the data indicated rapid intensification. It was a race against time to get the word out and ensure people were prepared. The models showed a clear trajectory towards the coast, and we knew the impact would be severe. The challenge was conveying the urgency without causing panic. As the warning spread, communities braced themselves for what was to come. While residents were sensing the impending danger, experts were already deep in analysis, trying to understand the unseen forces at play. Let's delve into the science behind Hurricane Beryl and the factors that led to its rapid intensification. What made Beryl particularly alarming was the combination of warm sea surface temperatures and favorable atmospheric conditions. The energy from the warm waters acted as fuel, propelling the storm to intensify quickly. We observed a phenomenon known as the eye wall replacement cycle, which often leads to temporary weakening but can result in a stronger storm afterward. This was evident in Beryl's case. The ocean's heat content was exceptionally high this season, providing the perfect environment for Beryl to grow in strength. It was like a powder keg waiting to explode. Understanding these scientific elements helps us grasp the complexity and unpredictability of hurricanes. Predicting the exact path and strength of a hurricane involves numerous variables. Beryl's rapid intensification was a stark reminder of how quickly conditions can change. Our goal is to provide accurate forecasts and timely warnings, but nature often has its own plans. Beryl was a textbook example of this unpredictability. The science behind hurricanes is as fascinating as it is daunting, shedding light on the immense power of these natural phenomena. And amidst the scientific analysis and meteorological data lies the heart of the story, the human element. Let's hear from those who faced Hurricane Beryl head-on, sharing their personal experiences and the emotional toll it took on their lives. When the warnings came, we knew we had to prepare, but nothing could truly brace us for what was coming. The winds were like nothing I've ever experienced. It was terrifying, the sound of the wind, the rain pounding against the windows, the fear that our home wouldn't withstand the storm. We huddled together, praying for it to pass. We were out there, trying to help as many people as we could, but the conditions were brutal. Every minute felt like an hour, and the devastation was overwhelming. These voices paint a vivid picture of the storm's impact, reminding us that behind every statistic and scientific term, there are real people enduring unimaginable hardships. After the storm passed, the reality set in. Our home was damaged and we lost so much, but seeing the community come together, offering support and resources was a beacon of hope. The resilience of the people here is incredible. Despite the destruction, there's a spirit of unity and determination to rebuild and recover. Their stories highlight the strength and resilience of the human spirit in the face of nature's fury. As we move forward, understanding the human element is crucial in appreciating the full scope of Hurricane Beryl's impact. Now, let's delve into the formation and intensification of Hurricane Beryl. To truly grasp the magnitude of Hurricane Beryl, we must listen to those who lived through it. Their stories offer a window into the raw emotions and the indomitable human spirit that surfaced during the storm. When the winds picked up, it felt like the world was ending. We had to evacuate our home, but leaving everything behind was one of the hardest decisions we've ever made. I remember holding my kids close, trying to stay calm for them, but inside I was terrified. The sound of the storm was deafening, and every minute felt like an eternity. These first-hand accounts reveal the fear and uncertainty that gripped so many. We were on a high alert, ready to respond at a moment's notice. The calls for help kept coming, and we did everything we could, but the scale of the disaster was overwhelming. In the aftermath, the destruction was heartbreaking, but seeing neighbors and strangers alike coming together to help each other gave us hope. It showed the true strength of our community. These narratives underscore the profound impact of Hurricane Beryl on individual lives and communities. They remind us that beyond the scientific data and statistics, there are human stories of courage, loss, and resilience. In every disaster, there are those who work tirelessly behind the scenes, often without recognition. These silent heroes are the backbone of the response and recovery efforts. Our team was on the ground within hours of the hurricane's landfall. We set up shelters, distributed supplies, and provided medical care. It was exhausting, but knowing we were making a difference kept us going. The medical needs were immense. We treated injuries, provided psychological support, and attended to chronic conditions exacerbated by the storm. The gratitude of the people we helped was our greatest reward. These volunteers show us the power of community and the importance of coming together in times of crisis. Coordinating the delivery of supplies was a monumental task. Roads were blocked, communication lines were down, but we found ways to get through. Every successful delivery felt like a small victory against the chaos. These silent heroes remind us that even in the darkest times, there are always those who rise to the occasion, offering hope and help to those in need. Their stories are a testament to the resilience and compassion that define the human spirit. As we transition from the silent heroes who work tirelessly behind the scenes, it's crucial to hear from those who directly faced the fury of Hurricane Beryl. Their stories provide a powerful perspective on the human impact of this devastating storm. When the hurricane hit, it felt like the world was ending. The wind was so strong, it tore the roof off our house. We huddled in the bathroom, praying we would survive. The first 24 hours were chaotic. We had to navigate flooded streets and fallen trees to reach those in need. It was physically and emotionally draining, but saving lives was our only priority. These first-hand accounts highlight the immediate impact and the sheer force of nature that Hurricane Beryl unleashed. Our store was completely destroyed. It's heartbreaking, but the community's support has been overwhelming. We're determined to rebuild, stronger than ever. The voices of those who lived through the storm and those who responded in its aftermath are a testament to human resilience and the power of community. As we move forward from the unsung voices of Hurricane Beryl, it's essential to focus on the faces of resilience. These are the individuals who not only survived, but are now leading the charge in rebuilding their communities. The hurricane was a test of our strength and unity. In the days following, we organized local volunteers to clear debris and distribute supplies. It was incredible to see everyone coming together. Our school was heavily damaged, but classes resumed within weeks. The kids needed a sense of normalcy, and their smiles amidst the chaos were a beacon of hope for all of us. These stories of resilience showcase the indomitable spirit of those affected by Hurricane Beryl. The hospital was overwhelmed, but our team worked around the clock. We set up makeshift clinics to ensure everyone received the care they needed. It was a true testament to our dedication. The resilience and determination of these individuals are not just inspiring, but also a crucial part of the recovery process. While we've seen the faces of resilience, it's equally important to spotlight the acts of heroism that emerged during Hurricane Beryl. These stories of courage and selflessness offer a deeper understanding of the human spirit in the face of adversity. When the storm hit, we didn't think twice. We were out there rescuing families trapped in their homes and providing first aid. It was a race against time, but every life saved made it worth it. I remember forming human chains to help people cross flooded streets. Everyone from teenagers to the elderly joined hands. It was a moment of pure solidarity. These acts of heroism were not limited to professional responders. Ordinary citizens, driven by an extraordinary sense of duty, played a vital role. My neighbor's roof was torn off and the rain was pouring in. Without hesitation, we gathered whatever materials we could find and built a temporary shelter. It was a community effort, and we did it together. In the midst of chaos, we had people coming in to donate blood, offer medical supplies, and even volunteer their time to help with patient care. It was a collective effort that truly made a difference. These stories of heroism remind us that in the darkest times, the light of human compassion and bravery shines the brightest. As we transition from acts of heroism to the raw experiences of survival, it's crucial to hear the voices of those who lived through the storm. Their stories provide a vivid picture of the human spirit's resilience in the face of nature's fury. The wind was howling and the walls felt like they were about to cave in. We huddled together in the bathroom, praying for it to pass. When it was over, we were just grateful to be alive. We watched as the floodwaters rose higher and higher. My family and I had to climb onto the roof to escape. It was terrifying, but we held on to hope. The sound of the storm was deafening. I remember holding my children close and trying to keep them calm. When the eye passed over, we had a brief moment of calm before it all started again. Our house was completely destroyed, but we managed to find shelter with neighbors. The community came together to support each other, sharing food and resources. I lost everything in the storm, but the kindness of strangers kept me going. People I've never met showed up with clothes, food, and words of encouragement. The storm took so much from us, but it also brought us closer together. We found strength in each other and rebuilt our lives, one day at a time. These stories of survival highlight not just the destruction caused by Hurricane Beryl, but also the incredible resilience and solidarity of those affected. Now let's delve into the formation and intensification of Hurricane Beryl. As we continue to explore the stories of survival, we now turn to some of the most heartfelt testimonies from those who faced the hurricane head-on. These personal accounts offer a deeper understanding of the emotional and physical challenges endured during Hurricane Beryl. The night the hurricane hit, I remember the sound of the wind like a freight train. My children were scared, and all I could do was hold them tight and reassure them that we would get through it. We thought we were prepared, but nothing could have prepared us for the sheer force of the storm. We lost our home, but our family stayed safe. That's what mattered most. In the midst of the storm, I saw neighbors helping each other, risking their own safety to save others. It was a reminder that even in the darkest times, humanity shines through. The aftermath was just as challenging as the storm itself. We had no power, no water, and limited supplies, but the community's spirit was unbreakable. We shared what we had and supported each other. I remember looking out and seeing the devastation, but also seeing people coming together to clear debris and offer help. It was a powerful moment of unity and resilience. The storm took so much from us, but it also taught us the importance of community and kindness. We rebuilt not just our homes, but our lives with the help of those around us. These heartfelt testimonies provide a poignant look at the human experience during Hurricane Beryl, emphasizing the strength, compassion, and resilience of those who lived through it. Now, the environmental and economic impact of Hurricane Beryl is profound. Agricultural fields have been destroyed, affecting local food supplies and livelihoods. Businesses have suffered significant losses, and the natural landscape has been altered by the storm's fury. Recovery in these areas will require sustained efforts and support from both local and international communities. Environmental experts are also concerned about the long-term effects of the hurricane. The loss of vegetation and changes to the coastline could have lasting impacts on the local ecosystem. Restoration efforts will be critical in helping the environment recover. Amidst the devastation, there are countless personal stories of resilience and hope. Residents have shown incredible strength in the face of adversity, helping each other and finding ways to move forward. The sense of community is stronger than ever, with people coming together to support one another. From organizing community cleanups to providing emotional support, these acts of kindness are helping to heal the wounds left by the storm. Hurricane Beryl has tested the resilience of the Caribbean islands, but it has also shown the strength and unity of its people. As recovery efforts continue, we stand in solidarity with those affected and remain committed to providing updates on their progress. Thank you for joining us tonight. Stay safe and stay informed.